Lake Superior from a
Between our
train.
train and the lake, you'll see a paved walkway known as
Pretty damn cool. Look at
It
that.
begins at Canal Park and including the aerial lift bridge.
This
and
is
wraps
amazing.
along the Lake
What a
Superior
life.
line right in Beach Park.
So I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but I love trains. And what's weird is so does everybody in my family, so it must be a family thing. But I just rode the North Shore train, exploring the North Shore from Duluth, Minnesota, and now I'm in the train museum. I didn't record much from the train because I really wanted to enjoy my ride, because like I said, I like trains. So I had a couple drinks, had some snacks, and enjoyed the ride. But my train was conducted by engines just like this. Isn't that freaking amazingly cool? Those are pretty freaking cool. So I thought I'd walk around the museum for a little bit and show you what I see. But basically, it's big, giant cool trains, and I recommend everybody take a train ride somewhere. And there's lots of wine and cheese train rides, especially back home in Arizona, but I'm sure they're all over the country. But you need to check it out. I love these cars. And just so you know, I treated myself to first class. Yeah, because I'm about that life. So this is the inside of a train car. And this is where the people would sleep. And then they just had a sink to wash up. I don't see a shower anywhere. And a stove to warm them. But I really don't see a shower. So I don't know if for the days on this trip they didn't shower or what, but it just, in case you wanted to know, it doesn't look like when you worked on the train you got to shower. These are all cabinets, but there are seats up there. And that's pretty cool. But let's go check out some more trains. If our fascination with trains stems from the fact that they're so few and far between right now, and that the means to operate them, they're just so big. Because I've often wondered, and by the way, this is the original cobblestone here. This used to be a train station, like the ones you see in the movies, where the guy and the girl get in a big old fight, and she runs to his train. I always love those scenes in movies. But anyway, I think it's because the machinery is just so big, and it's just not something we're used to. Maybe when we're gone and off this planet, people are going to be fascinated with things like the subway and the light rail, because they will be flying around in their own personal little bubble or something. I don't know. It's pretty cool. But they have all kinds of trains here. I'm going to go on that one in a minute, but first I wanted to see this Southern Miscible Iron Range. That's where I'm going right now. This is a conductor station, and it looks very different from a pilot's cockpit on a plane, and yet the same, if that makes any sense. But could you imagine having to control all these dials? And by the way, it's super freaking hot in here. And that's without running a train. It's just sitting still and I'm burning up. And it's not even hot in Duluth, Minnesota right now. It's kind of cool. The other thing to imagine is back in the day, they used to have parties on these trains. Well, these trains traveled across country. I couldn't imagine trying to get dressed in one of those little cars for a big party, and then go into one of these cars and having a party. They're just so small looking. But it's what they did back then, and I guess people were much smaller back then. Anyway, look at that. Just cool. I don't think I can get on this one, but it's pretty neat. Look at that. Yep. Just super cool. Hopefully when I go back outside, the train that I was on will be back. Because just so you know, the engines, what do you call it, clicked off, or I forgot the word. There's a technical word for what the engines did when we pulled in. And then I didn't get to see the engine. But maybe it'll be back by the time I finish the museum. And I'll get to see the engine. But this is cool. This is really what a train station looked like back in the day. Isn't that neat? Ooh. And it looks like you get to go on this one. I'm gonna go up here. Oops. I'm gonna have to hang up. Check this out. This is the doctor's office from back in the day. I always think that stuff is cool. Pretty neat. And it looks like the dentist also, or the doctor also pulled teeth. Pretty cool. This is pretty cool. In the Trains Depot Train Museum, they have a movie theater. It depicts one of the 4 features. And they show it right there. And the crazy thing is there's nobody in here. That's a shame, but this is pretty cool. I'm going to record this other side of the museum, then we come back and watch a show. This is a dinner car. I actually think it would be super cool to be served dinner this way. That looks beautiful. And look at all the different patterns of China. Look at that. That is cool. Oh, and they have them up here. Could you imagine driving across country on a train and being served your meals on fine china? That would be awesome. Just saying. I don't know how many meals I've actually eaten on fine china, but I can tell you, I've eaten a great number on paper plates. Oh, this is pretty. This is one I saw in a different car too. Oh, I just saw that one on the other side. I like the ones with like the flowers and the birds better than just the initials. But I'm sure the initials represented the trains. Look at that one. Now that would be cool. The one that represented the train would be actually on a train. So I have to tell you, this is kind of funny. So I was looking at the china that has the trains, and I was saying it would be cool if you're actually on a train eating off the china that actually represented the train. And I think this lady thinks I'm talking to myself. I don't think she realizes that I'm talking to my phone as I record when I go through here. But I don't record the whole museums, I just record part of them. Because of that, I want to respect people's privacy. But I thought that was kind of funny because she just looked at me like I was insane and like I'm talking to myself. So I'm going to have to go and talk to you all later. Little trains going through here. That's pretty cool. And little towns all set up for kids to play with. And then they have the wooden train tables. This is actually a really cool train museum. I'm in Duluth, Minnesota, checking out trains. So you can actually see the trains passing each other in here. That's pretty neat. My train leaving again, folks. I wanted to get a closer view, but I guess I can't. And I'm under the overpass. That is pretty crazy, but that is the engine, and that is the train. This is the train station in Duluth, Minnesota. Like I said, I'm under an overpass, so it's pretty loud. Right there you can see one of the train cars, and there you can see my RV. Peace out, everybody. I will talk to you later. Bye.